certainly doesn't end. So here we are watching Formula One cars fly by. Generations and generations old. I mean, they actually have, I think they have the Niki Lauda F1 car here too, which is really, really cool. And I mean, I just can't believe I'm here right now watching these cars drive on Laguna Seca Racing. Look how incredible that looks. And here we are. Welcome to the Acura booth. You can hear all the race cars on the other side of this wall because that's where the actual pits are. Anyways, here's the all new Acura NSX Type S. All new, redesigned for the front end. As you can see, it looks much more aggressive. The intercoolers are completely opened up now. You can completely see all the intakes down below. I absolutely love the redesign. Even going to the blades on the sides and all the exposed carbon fiber accents. The majority of the carbon fiber you see exposed on the outside of the car is standard. Not just that, you have this body colored accent right here in the middle of the front splitter. Really, really cool to see. And you have your tow hook right here, obviously, and then your side intercoolers as well. And this red, I mean, it just pops in person. The hood looks roughly the same. However, the side profile of the vehicle has changed a tad bit. Also, when it comes to the side mirrors, you can see all the black accents. I mean, so many black accents on this car, and it looks super mean. You also have a carbon fiber roof, so a lot of the carbon, again, is standard now on this vehicle. And we have driven this car on the track, that being actually at this exact racetrack. We drove a standard NSX out here, tested it out. But our good friend is ordering one of these. He's already placed his order down. So I think he's gonna go with yellow, but really, really cool to see the Type S badging right there on the side. And then it does have brand new, redesigned, bespoke Pirelli P0s. With that being said, 305 30 by 20s. And in general, I mean, it looks pretty sweet. I love the carbon fiber, again, all down below throughout the side of the vehicle. And then what's really good is that if you are a track enthusiast, you know, and you want to buy this vehicle, you don't have to go after the super expensive carbon ceramic rotors, because if you go to the track a lot, you will end up going through them, and they cost a lot more than standard brakes. So our good friend Travis, who has an NSX right now, actually pulled off his carbon ceramic rotors because they were wearing too quickly. And this is the same thing that happens for McLarens, Ferraris, etc., because, you know, they are carbons and they're not going to last forever on the racetrack. On the street, it's a different story, but you can opt for normal steel brakes, steel discs. So if you are a track enthusiast, you can do that. Also, an exposed carbon fiber rear wing, looks like the same exact one that's standard on the normal NSX with the design, the layout of it. However, towards the rear of the vehicle, it's been completely redesigned down below. An incredible race-inspired diffuser that is, you know, to the likes of the NSX GT3 EVO. So they did use many things from this GT3 EVO race car and applied what they learned to the NSX. And it's really, really cool seeing it down below. And the center exhaust right here. This is such a fun car on track, and I love these exit points right behind the back tires. It looks super, super mean. These heat extractors everywhere, and the Type S badge right here in the middle. Overall, just over 300 will be built, and right there in the back, it actually says this is 000000, because this is a pre-production car, a prototype, right? Another key difference is that out there in the back, you actually have a red engine cover right next to the exposed carbon fiber throughout the engine bay. The starting price is $169,500. And then you have 600 horsepower now, so up by 27. Also 16 more pound-feet of torque. And this is the first Type S available outside of Japan. So here in America, you can actually get one. And then 300 of them, though, will actually come here versus all 350 units. Not just that, you have 50% faster upshifts and a rapid downshift mode, plus new forged 5-spoke wheels with increased track. So similar to our McLaren 600 LT, they widen the track for extra grip, right? And they've done the same thing for this vehicle right here. And as you can see, the stance, the wheels and tires perfectly fill up the arches on the sides of the vehicle. I cannot wait to see this thing on the racetrack. We probably will have a chance to test it out on the racetrack, and I'm super pumped about that again. And then if you end up getting one of these vehicles, there's an option for a super limited color combo for it, that being Gotham Gray Matte. And it is going to be limited to just 70 units. So if you have an allocation and you want to go for the most rare model out there, you can go for that gray, that matte gray, which would be pretty cool to see. Also, the Sport Hybrid all-wheel drive system has been retuned, so the car is going to drive actually significantly more different. On the racetrack, I believe Acura has said at their home track, it is basically 2 seconds faster than the current NSX. And then right next to the NSX, you actually have the NSX GT3 EVO, which came out a few years back. Nonetheless, you have the exposed carbon fiber absolutely everywhere, the more aggressive front hood, and a massive S-duct up front, more aggressive than any other S-duct I've actually seen. Way more than the Ford GT and everything else out there. And the exposed carbon fiber looks so unreal. Got all the body panels, so that shows you a good idea of how the front end was for the NSX. You see how it swoops back up through the middle right here. You can see how it's reversed, right? You have blades going straight down towards the end, the center of the face for the new Type S. Nonetheless, you also have blue finish dive planes right here, and again, even the carbon fibers on the inside, so you can just instantly tell how they shaved so much weight with this vehicle. Even the side mirrors are completely different. Look at that, it's mounted on the doors, swooping up, versus right there on the arches that go right next to the windshield. So that's very different. Look at just how much larger the side intakes are on this GT3 race car versus the stock NSX. It kind of goes halfway up the side of the car. This goes all the way down. Kind of like how the C8 is versus the C8R. Very, very cool to see, and it shows you just how much more air they're taking in for the vehicle to cool it down. Awesome. And you have the slicks again with the center caps and then steel rotors, so massive brakes. 325s out back. Louvers right here. They're completely covered engine bay. And next level downforce. If only they put that wing on an NSX variant, but again, that would just be overboard for the street. This has to be one of the most radical redesigns I've ever seen for a car. When you look at the NSX special car versus a race car, look how different they are. Wide body rear and front fenders. Insane vents behind the tires to relieve all that turbulent air. Then a race car diffuser down below. Look how aggressive that is. Compare that to the new NSX Type S. You can instantly see how it is inspired because you have those blades now. Every angle, every component on this rear bumper is just so different than the production car. Even the exhaust X on the side versus the middle. You have the toe strap right there. When you look at what this car is, you know, it strikes an elegant balance. Anyways, though, please let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of the new NSX Type S versus the GT3 EVO? Okay, so here we are at the top of the track. They're running it right now. Really cool to see in the NSX Type S. Now, a few things that are on my mind. Now, after tracking the current gen NSX on this racetrack, right, I feel like a few things are really important to talk about. That being, first off, with the all-wheel drive system, it works very well, but sometimes I feel like it's possibly doing too much for the car. That being, when I'm doing correction, I can tell the computer is also trying to do correction at the same time and can whiplash the car left to right around a corner. And the one I've driven did have Cup 2s on it, but the experience was very, very nice. I really enjoyed the car. It's a fun car, but I just feel like it oversteers a bit too much entering a corner sometimes, or oversteers in corner exit, which is the way it's tuned, I believe. So with this new redesign with the tune, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something totally different. So I cannot wait to test it out on the racetrack. So stay tuned for a future test with that in mind, because that new NSX Type S out here would be so much fun. Plus with the new transmission tuning as well. So you have 50% faster gear changes. That's huge. That's a huge thing to consider. Also, you have a new rapid downshift mode. So when I was driving the NSX Type normal type, actually it's funny, when I was driving the normal NSX, the downshifts here and there had some issues keeping up, I believe. But however, with this new rapid downshift mode, it should help a lot, I think. I'm very excited because it does have a new setup for the tires as well, a new bespoke tire, but they are not R compounds, I don't believe. So if you do buy one, you may want to put on like Goodyears or let's say Cup 2s, etc., or Trofeo Rs. But it's going to be interesting to see because it's so limited again, so you're not going to see that many of them probably at the racetrack. So one last thing too, when you look at the new NSX Type S, it does have a wider track. So that again is enough really for the front end grip entering a corner, also getting on power, because you got to realize that stance now is wider. So it's not going to lean as much as it would normally. So you're going to have increased grip. Plus having the increased downforce and aerodynamics that's even borrowed from the race car should really translate, make the car even more stable to drive at high speed. Again, 1 to 2 seconds faster at their home track. That's a lot. It's not a large track. We have a GT40 coming. Look at that, taking that corner fast. GT40, look at that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed watching this video all about the all-new NSX Type S. Please let me know again in the comment section down below, what do you think of this brand new model? I am so excited about it again. It looks really cool as well. The NSX has always looked good, but now it looks even better. Nonetheless, please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Also subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.